What's up, everybody? Baron Monstro coming at you with an action figure review. Today we're looking at something new from the Valaverse, from Bobby Vala and his new company, Action Force. It's a new military-themed action figure line. I guess the best way to put it would be like a supplement to go with like G.I. Joes or something like that. That's the most similar thing. It's like an action battle military style figure line. Pretty impressed with the first offering here. We're going to take a look here. This is the figure in package. I've picked up two from Wave 1, Condor and Sergeant Slaughter. So these are the packaging. I really dig the packaging. It's very basic, but they're like everything you need is there. You're getting, a good window box view of the figures and everything included. You get the logos, the name, all that included. So not a bad display if you're an inbox collector. Looks pretty good. The back, of course, has all of Series 1, a QR code to go to the website, and then like these little character cards like G.I. Joe figures used to come with back in the day. Now, in terms of articulation, these figures are actually very, very good. All the articulation you would expect out of a figure now, and it's a nice like hard, I think it's like PVC plastic. So you got butterfly joints, which is like becoming like a new standard in 6-inch action figures to have that included. So it's good to see that coming with that. I love the motion out of these. I think you get really, really good articulation out of the figure itself. And the Sergeant Slaughter, even though some sculpts are different, it's basically the same. Ball joint on the head. Now, some of this articulation does kind of go away when you put the vest on him, which is something we'll look at in a little bit. But as far as the core figure itself, now they do have some blank figures that are like generic soldier type things. And these will be pretty much exactly like these. I think the articulation's fantastic. With everything double jointed and seamless, there's no pinless joints. I think they're great. The range of motion is there on everything. It feels real natural. Nothing feels too off in terms of articulation. I think it works out really well. So no complaints on the articulation at all. And with the figure itself, like I said, it does cut back a little bit when you have like the plastic clothing and stuff on the figure, but it moves in every way you would expect it to. And I can't say that there's anything really lacking in terms of articulation that, maybe a hinge on the toe, but that's really not really super necessary in this. And the Slaughter is a little bit different, slightly different sculpt, because he's got like that jacketed arm and like the tank top over the t-shirt on the torso, but all the points themselves are basically the same. So double jointed, knees. Now there's actually going to be another Sergeant Slaughter in Series 2 where he's wearing like just a regular tank top and has like a bandolier kind of thing on him. So that one will be a little bit have less clothes, I guess. But everything on these exactly the same as far as articulation. It's got a peg in the back. There's like accessory packs you can buy that will. There's this little plastic hat that goes on, which is like kind of a staple of the Sergeant Slaughter look. These actually come pretty well loaded with things as well. Sergeant Slaughter comes with this revolver. I don't think it's based on any one specific kind of revolver, just kind of an amalgam of, tactical style revolvers. He has this giant Bowie knife, which has like an eagle in the head there. And then, of course, his, trademark sergeant hat and glasses. As far as Condor, he does come with this vest, which comes with a knife attached in the back. The vest really does kind of hinder some of the articulation. They could have made it, I think, a little bit better. It does come with like a Maxim 9 style pistol, which comes with that thigh holster, and then a Scar 16. Looks like a suppressed, ready to go Scar 16. So that should be the 5.56 model, based on the magazine that comes with it. All in all, the gun's pretty decked out. I'm fairly happy with them. This is compared to all the other main 112 scale figures out there. McFarlane being the only one that's not really 112 scale. It's a little more of a 110. But he sizes up pretty well. It's very comparable to the Legends and G.I. Joe Classified, which are probably two of the most popular lines out there right now. So height-wise, I think they're great. They scale well with everything. It's not too tall or too short compared to any of the other 112 scale figures out there that most collectors, I think most people that go into this line probably collect G.I. Joe Classified, just an assumption of mine. So all in all, not bad. Do come with some cool action effects in the weapons pack that you can get with them. So, of course, having Sergeant Slaughter, taking out this Cobra Trooper. Once again, these guys, I'd say primarily go great with the G.I. Joe Classified. They kind of really fit in there. That's what I bought them in supplement for, is like just kind of add on to my Joe collection, or characters in that Joe collection. You get everything you see here. You get all the weapons and things are all included inside the box. Condor does come with an extra head where you can make him kind of a generic person. For $31.99, these, you're really not a bad deal with all the extra hands and weapons and all that you get. No complaints at all as far as like what you get for the value. I've definitely paid more for figures and gotten less, so I'm really happy with everything that is included on these. You can definitely get these at Valaverse.com, as well as like Big Bad Toy Stores, sites like that. The figures themselves, I think, are absolutely great. I definitely don't hesitate to give them a 9 out of 10. They're great figures for this, like the first initial offering from Valaverse.com. I'd really recommend checking them out if you're into G.I. Joe's, military style figures, anything like that. I highly recommend checking these out. They're great supplements to add to your Joe collection, and all around great figures. Now, another thing that you can get from them, which I think is a great deal, and definitely worth having if you're an action figure collector, is the weapons pack. So in series 1 of these, they've done 2. There's Weapon Pack Alpha, which comes with the guns pictured here, as well as 3 blast effects, multiple magazines. So you've got like an M4, an AK, another Scar in there, a Vector. Some pretty cool guns. You get those 3 blast effects, multiple magazines with all those. And these are all the same price. And then there's Weapon Pack Bravo, featured here with a different color Vector, that M249, a golden AK, sawed-off shotgun, another Desert Eagle. More of those weapons effects, and then the hat there, which actually goes, which we'll show in a second, great with that Gung Ho G.I. Joe Classified figure. Now, one effect, it will actually fit over, is designed to fit over some of the barrels. Most of the other 2 effects, though, they get a small and a large. The large being, of course, for like your assault rifle, shotguns, things like that. It just fits right in a hole that's inside. There's a peg on the effect, and it slides right in that hole. And it's the same way the smaller one will go in. Just little peg goes right inside the hole in the barrel of the gun. Cool thing about these is that they do actually work with the G.I. Joe Classified guns, or most of the newer ones. They've started to use kind of actual real gun style guns with G.I. Joe Classified, so that's great. Now, they scale well with G.I. Joe as far as the weapons, and with the actual Action Force figures. Some of them can be slightly big when compared to like Legends and stuff like that. I feel they can be a little bit big, but they'll fit well really with any 1/12 scale action figure. So that kind of sums it up, like just doing a quick look at Action Force Series 1. I'll definitely plan to pick up more of these characters. The more original characters they have, like Condor and stuff like that, I will definitely be picking those up just to kind of add ranks to my G.I. Joe group. So not a bad set of figures. Highly recommend checking them out. You can check them out on Facebook and everything on the Valaverse. Valaverse.com if you want to buy the figures. They're also up on BigBadToyStore.com. So you can find them, multiple sites you're able to find them. If you're into military style figures or things like G.I. Joe, definitely recommend checking them out because, what do you have to lose? They're cool figures. Go check them out. Hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what you think. Have a great day.